Hello everyone, myself Tanvi Patel, working as Assistant Professor in Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Subject is Computer Networks and our Unit 3 is Transport Layer. So today our content is Introduction and Transport Layer Services. First is Define Transport Layer. The transport layer is a fourth layer from the top. The main role of the transport layer is to provide the communication services directly to the application process running on different hosts. Means the main role of transport layer is to provide communication with the application which is running on the different host. The transport layer provides a logical communication between application processes running on different hosts. Although the application processes on different hosts are not physically connected, application processes use the logical communication provided by the transport layer to send the message to each other. Means the application process which are running on different hosts, they are not physically connected but they are logically connected via communication media. So transport layer plays the important role for the communication with the host. So the transport layer protocol are implemented in the end system but not in the network routers. A computer network provides more than one protocol to the network application. For example, TCP and UDP are two important layer protocols that provide a different set of services to the network layer. All transport layer protocols provide multiplexing, demultiplexing services. It also provides other services such as reliable data transfer, bandwidth guarantees, and delay guarantees. Each of the applications in the application layer has the ability to send a message by using TCP or UDP protocols. The application communicates by using either of these two protocols. Both TCP and UDP will then communicate with the Internet protocol in the Internet layer. The applications can read and write to the transport layer. Therefore, we can say that communication is a two-way process. So here in figure it shows how transport layer works between the application layer and the internet layer. Next is services provided by transport layer. The different services provided by the transport layer are similar to those of the data link layer. The data link layer provides the services within a single network, while the transport layer provides the services across an internet network made up of many networks. The data link layer controls the physical layer while the transport layer controls at the lower layers. Now, the services provided by the transport layer protocol can be divided into five categories. So, first is end-to-end delivery, second is reliable delivery, third one is flow control, fourth one is multiplexing, and last one is addressing. So, here we are going to discuss about end-to-end delivery, reliable delivery, flow control, and multiplexing. First one is end-to-end delivery. From the name itself you can know the end-to-end delivery means the message which is sent from one sender to another, that is called end-to-end delivery, that is point-to-point delivery. The transport layer transmits the entire message to the destination. Therefore, it ensures the end-to-end delivery of an entire message from a source to the destination. In transport layer, it is also called as process-to-process reliable delivery. In network layer, it is called as host-to-host delivery. So next one is reliable delivery. The transport layer provides reliability services by transmitting the lost and damaged packets. Reliable, the name itself tells that it is very reliable so that the end user or the data which is transferred that can be sent easily and reliably. The reliable delivery has four aspects. The first one is error control, second is sequence control, third is loss control, and fourth one is duplication control. So, first one is error control. The primary role of reliability is error control. In reality, no transmission will be 100% error-free delivery. Therefore, transport layer protocol are designed to provide error-free transmission. The data link layer also provides the error handling mechanism, but it ensures only node-to-node error-free delivery. However, node-to-node reliability does not ensure the end-to-end reliability. Here in figure you can see how error-freely the message is being delivered. The data link layer checks for the error between each network. If an error is introduced inside one of the routers, then this error will not be caught by the data link layer. It only detects those errors that have been introduced between the beginning and the end of the link. Therefore, the transport layer performs the checking for the end errors end to end to ensure that the packet has arrived correctly. Next, sequence control. The second aspect of the reliability is sequence control, which is implemented at the transport layer. On the sending end, the transport layer is responsible for ensuring that the packets received from the upper layer can be used by the lower layers. On the receiving end, it ensures that the various segments of a transmission can be correctly reassembled. This is the work of sequence control. Now next is loss control. Loss control is a third aspect of reliability. The transport layer ensures that all the fragments of a transmission arrive at the destination, not some of them. On the sending end, all the fragments of transmission are given sequence number by a transport layer. This sequence number allows the receiver transport layer to identify the missing segment. Means the fragments which are transmitting, the sequence number are being given at the sending side by the transport layer, and the end of the receiver means at the receiving end side, it checks whether the missing segment which is being missed, that is identified and they have received or not. That is loss control. Fourth one is duplication control. Duplication control is the fourth aspect of reliability. The transport layer guarantees that no duplicate data arrives at the destination. Sequence numbers are used to identify the lost packets. Similarly, it allows the receiver to identify and discard duplicate segments. Thank you.